Next up, Seahawks, San Francisco. You in Seattle? Or where are you?
Yes, I am. I'm like an hour outside of Seattle. I'm like southeast of Seattle.
Oh, alrighty then. You should know this one. Seattle at San Fran. Got Gino against Purdy. Oops, clicked on the wrong button. Fifth worst matchup for Gino. 12th best matchup for Purdy. Having said that, Purdy is my 9. Gino is my 18. I am firing up Purdy. I feel like I don't like him as high as 9, but then I try and look at some of these other guys
Yeah.
and I'm like, I can't really move
Hmm.
him. I think in the end, I'll probably move him down to 12. I like Love better than him, but in the end, he's probably still a top 12 quarterback. Gino's just a middling QB2, but I'm still playing him. What do you think?
Yeah, it's exactly that. We saw with Gino, I'll say in particular, like we saw the best that offense has looked all year against Dallas. So ideally, they just get the ball out quick, like they talked about doing against the San Francisco pass rush, because it's a nightmare, and this is where Gino just falls apart. So if they can do that, like I'll have more confidence in Gino. We saw how the Thanksgiving matchup went. It was just an obliteration by the 49ers against Seahawks. So I'm assuming the Seahawks are a good team. They're going to adjust. But yeah, Purdy, he's my QB9 right now, and that feels
Yeah.
like a good range for him. Gino is, where is Gino? He's pretty low for me. He is, actually, he's 15. It's not too bad. So yeah, like you could fire up Gino if you're desperate at one QB. Just be prepared. He has a very low floor just because of how good San Francisco defense is.
Running backs. Fifth best matchup for CMC, who's going to score 3 touchdowns this week, like I said. Fifth worst matchup for the Seahawks, whether it be Ken Walker, who I'm not sure plays, or Zach Charbonnet. I'll get to that in a second, but my rankings are CMC's my 1. The Seattle guys, I have a ways down, so I must be leaning on Ken Walker not playing when I did this. Because mine programs in, like I said, my algorithm here programs in their status to downgrade them. So he is questionable with an oblique. I have Walker at 45, Charbonnet at 46. In Seattle, what are you hearing? Although Charbonnet is also questionable with a knee
Yeah,
injury,
his knee.
so that's why
Yeah,
he's low.
it's rough. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen with those two. I'm assuming that Walker's going to play. I'm not so sure on Charbonnet just because the knee seems a little bit
So
strange.
then,
But we'll sign out. We'll find out more information because like
whichever
my
one of
program has Charb out.
whichever one of them does play, I'll be moving up into the RB2 range. If
Yeah,
especially if it's just one of them.
yeah. They'll get the nice volume. Like that's exactly what you want. I'll probably have them in like the where I have Ford, Madison, Singletary, like the low end RB2 range. Just
Ford,
depends. It's
Madison,
just
Singletary.
it might go a little bit higher. We'll see.
Let's
But
see.
yeah,
I have Ford at
CMC's the goat.
24. Yeah, I'm right in that range. Ford's at 24, Madison's at 28, Singletary's 35. So I'm thinking I'll probably move him up to more like 18 or 19. I have him a little
Okay.
bit higher if he plays, but
Yeah.
RB2 range, that's a safe
Yeah.
play, I think.
Yep, I'm with you.
Uh, Receivers back to back here. Sixth best matchup for the Niners, seventh best matchup for the Seahawks. I have Brandon Ayuk at 14, DK Metcalf at 21. I feel like Debo at 7. I don't like that. Debo's getting moved down. I'm going to have
Debo's
Debo.
usage has been really good lately.
I don't
Like
care.
the way they're using him is
Debo's too
awesome. Yeah,
inconsistent. So I have
yeah.
Debo. I have Ayuk at 13, Debo at 14, DK at 21, JSN at 31. And I'm trying to find Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett down at 43 because I don't know what's going on with Tyler Lockett. So I guess theoretically here I have 5 playable receivers for at
Mm-hmm.
least flex purposes, but I prefer the 49ers over any of the Seahawks in this. So look like JSN starting to take over here, carve out more of a large role.
Yeah, he's been more involved. Like his snap usage has gone out, the routes and everything like that. They've gone up. I think last week was more of an exception where he's not going to see 11 targets just because Dallas struggles against slot corner, like slot receivers. So like we saw it the week before, they gave up 12 to Curtis Samuel on top of that. So I think that's kind of a thing against Dallas in particular. But yeah, he's very much cutting into the Tyler Lockett role. I have DK significantly above both those guys. So those two are paired together where like DK is 18, Ayuk's 19, and Debo is 13 for me. But those are the big 3 you want to play. Like I'm fine starting those guys. And then it's really just pick your guy if it's Lockett or JSN because they're kind of back to back in rankings for me. So it's like If you want to trust the slot wide receiver, go JSN. If you want to lock in his big playability, then you go Lockett.
Don't mind me. I'm on top of my game. The glare is bothering me in my glasses. So I turned my light off and then I'm like, oh, this light's not here. I can move it so it's not blocking my screen at all. And then I forgot it's attached to my camera. So,
of course, right?
Yeah, it's on the same tripod. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm an idiot. And then my camera, I'm like, what's my feed side? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, there we go. Tight ends. Second worst matchup for Noah Fant. It doesn't matter. You're not playing him. George Kittle, 17th best matchup. He is my tight end 3. Fant is all the way down at 31, and that feels fair to me.
Yeah, it's just no thank you.
Kickers. 12th worst matchup for Jason Myers of the Seahawks. 8th best matchup for Jake Moody of the Niners. I have Moody at... Well, Jason Myers at 23. Moody's got to be higher. He is. Moody's at 8. So Moody's a start. Jason Myers, I'm looking to avoid. My DSTs. Second worst matchup for the Seahawks. 10th worst matchup for the 49ers. The 49ers are still my 4 on the week. The Seahawks are not. The Seahawks are 30. I am avoiding the Seahawks this week at all costs. That pretty much is the sum of the end there. Start the Niners, sit the Seahawks.
Yep, right there with you. Like you don't want to go through with the Seahawks guys. It's just it could be very, very low scoring games for them.